Carmona, who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 8639W for the offense of repeated violation court order bond condition on October 3rd, 2023 for a period of 6 years. Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 2 on or about the 5th day of October 2023. Bear County, Texas. Defendant Stephen Carmona, resident there, should not hold beverages violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
All right. Excuse me, can I have a, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
I do, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you recommending? And defense?
Judge, I'm recommending that you continue him on probation. He's been doing good. He's been on the GPS for 11 months approximately. And he hasn't had any violations. It's in the actual report that there's no violations. There haven't been any violations. And other than drinking alcohol that day, he's been doing wonderful. He's doing good. He's been following my advice. He's been following the court's advice or orders. And he's doing great, except for that one mistake, bad decision, not a mistake, bad decision. And I'd like for him to just continue him on probation and let's keep seeing how he continues. And if he continues to do well, then he'll be successful.
All right, so last time we were here in July, the warrant was recalled. And I asked that he complete daily sober meetings. Has that been done?
No, Your Honor. I recently have.
Let me have you raise your right hand for me.
Oh.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Stephen Carmona.
All right, so I ordered daily sober meetings. Why hasn't that been done?
I recently got an employment as a director of operations in a call center. It gives me 7 to 7 hours, Monday to Friday. I also have a 5-year-old that I share like joint custody with. So I have him anytime his mom is at work. She works in the evenings. So she goes in anytime between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So because of that, I couldn't find any virtual AA meeting. And the only ones that I could attend would start at 10 o'clock.
All right, so did you come into the court and tell me or tell your probation officer, hey, I know the judge ordered daily sober support meetings, but here's the issue I'm having?
I did tell my probation officer this past time that I saw Ms. Guerra, and she did tell me that I could go online for resources, and she provided me a link and information so I could go and start attending it. This was this past week.
All right, so I had ordered that since July 11th. Why are you only doing it this past week?
So initially, when I did talk to my probation officer, Ms. Guerra, she had told me not to report because of the fact that the systems were still showing an active warrant. So the last time I was in here, I was detained. I thought it was for failure to appear here, but it was, she told me that it was failure to report, which I wasn't aware of. And when she did call me and tell me, that's when I went and reported. And that's when I gave her all the information.
All right, any other questions?
Nothing to understand.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes, Judge.
So has he spoken to his probation officer about the sober support meetings?
Judge, I was just reviewing the notes on the case.
Your Honor, if I may.
The judge must be running a daycare at this point, not a courtroom. I mean, imagine ordering daily sober meetings back in July, and now it's what? Suddenly inconvenient because of a 7 to 7 job and shared custody? This isn't a custom schedule service, it's court-ordered sobriety, not pick your own rehab adventure. And instead of mentioning these struggles to the court months ago, the defendant waited until, just this past week to start caring. How thoughtful. Luckily, the judge, armed with more patience than a monk and more consistency than the defendant's memory, is here holding the fort, still giving second chances while reminding grown adults that following directions isn't optional.
Yes.
I would like for you to continue him. And I will promise you, I will have a very stern conversation with him about following the court's orders. I know it's July and then August, so we're missing a few days here that he didn't do what he was ordered to do. But I will have a very stern conversation with him. I will tell him, as he already knows, the possible results of what can happen if he doesn't follow the court's orders. But I've gotten to know Mr. Carmona since he retained me. He is a fine young man. He has been doing well with the orders other than the alcohol consumption and this. So if I may get in a little bit of an extension for him so he can start doing what he needs to do. And then we're due back in January. So on the other case, and we can come on that day or we can come anytime in between there, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Abrams?
Yes, Judge, I did review the notes that were in the system and no notes indicate that conversation was had in regards to sober support.
All right. So let me ask you this. Is it possible to have his probation officer zoom in?
Judge, the probation officer listed is on modified duty. I can make sure, due to health reasons, I can make sure she's in the office and see if she can.
All right, then if she can't zoom in today, I can recall this. I've accepted his plea of true. And we can recall it for a date where she's able to zoom in.
See, like 5 minutes, but
Sure. All right, if you all will step back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Carmona?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we have Officer Norma Guerra here. Any objection to the officer appearing by Zoom, state
No, no.
defense?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any objections to her appearing by Zoom?
No, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Guerra, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Officer Norma Maya Guerra.
All right, any objections to the court just getting to the crux of the issue?
No, ma'am.
All right, so officer, the court ordered Mr. Carmona to do sober support meetings daily until, beginning July 11th until today. Mr. Carmona has testified that he spoke to you about his inability to do the meetings. Is that correct?
Sober meetings were never discussed with him.
We discussed it on the exit when I was leaving.
On the exit when you were leaving, I don't
Yes, ma'am.
recall talking about sober meetings, sir.
All right, so Officer Guerra, did you ever speak to him about sober support meetings?
No, ma'am.
Did he ever speak to you stating that he was unable to do his sober support meetings?
Not that I can recall, Your Honor, no.
All right, any questions?
Nothing from the state.
Any questions?
No questions, Your Honor. Just re-urge my argument.
All right, thank you so much, Officer Guerra.
You're welcome. Is that it, Your Honor?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Hmm.
All right. All right, so the officer has testified that no one spoke to her about sober support meetings and the inability to do those.
We spoke.
Ah, yes, nothing screams responsibility like swearing to the judge that you definitely told your probation officer about not being able to attend your daily sober meetings, only for the officer to zoom in and politely say, yeah, never happened. You've got to admire the judge's composure here, sitting through yet another episode of Excuses and Improv, still giving people the benefit of the doubt, all while balancing court orders, conflicting testimonies, and dramatic defense promises like, I'll have a stern conversation, Your Honor, as if the courtroom is a kindergarten and the defendant just didn't finish his coloring assignment.
Your Honor, it was on the exit because I had told her that I was ordered to do 7 days daily, and she was surprised because I felt like it was a lot for me to do, given my situation, my income, everything that I have to pay for. She's the one that told me. I told her that I've researched 12, and 12 I need to be a member to do the virtual meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning. She also was the one that said, well, I've had another person that I've been working with, and I advised him to Google virtual alcohol meetings. It was on the exit as I was leaving probation. I wouldn't come up here and put myself at the mercy of the court trying to claim some ownership for what I've done. I understand that it's wrong, right? I do. I fully take responsibility for that. My thing is that, you know, like I was telling, Mr. Cisneros is on paper, it might look like I make money, but I got a mortgage, I got child support, I got utilities, I got other fees like GPS and probation and bondsmen. And so when it's all said and done with, I'm limited. You know, I got my 5-year-old that I take care of half the time, so his mom can go to work in the evenings. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm doing, you know, and that's where I ask for you, please, to reinstate my probation. And, you know, it's one of those things where I've gone through a whole bunch of stuff. My divorce after 18 months was finalized in July. Just a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on. And
All right, any questions, State?
No, just like that.
All right, so Ms. Abrams, in state, in the defense. So in this case, the person I have before me, this is his first motion to revoke, and it's for drinking alcohol, which he's not allowed to drink alcohol. I know I ordered sober support meetings, and that wasn't done. And I do know that I tell everybody, if there's an issue, you can come back to court and address it with me. And I guess when I order people to do things, they're like, you know what? Let me just come before the judge and say, I wasn't able to do it. Instead of coming in, nope, don't give me attitude. All right. Instead of coming in and saying, I have an issue with sober support meetings. This is what's going on in my life. Then that could have been something that perhaps we could have figured out. But when people are doing their own things and then come to me at the end of the day trying to figure something out, something should have been figured out in July.
I agree.
Your Honor,
I don't mean no disrespect at all, you know, and it was maybe something that I just didn't know. I mean, I have called up here to the courts and I talked to, you know,
No, I tell people to come in.
yeah.
Do I not tell people that they can come into court?
I
Just one
understand.
second, Miss Abrams, there's something you wanted to say?
Oh, no, Judge.
Okay. All right, so
Judge,
then,
if I may say one more thing,
yes,
and excuse me for interrupting. The probation officer opened the door about there being a possibility that he did talk to her about it, because she said, not that I can recall. So I'm believing my client that he did talk to her about it. And of course, there's still the he said, she said situation, but she herself, and I'm gonna repeat myself, but she said that not that I can recall. So I think, again, if I may re-urge my request of the court to just give him another chance, I'll have a very strong and stern meeting with him and conversation and tell him that it's, while we understand it's a zero tolerance policy now, I will make sure and reassure that he knows what zero policy means, and we can put him on or zero tolerance. So I'm asking for one more chance for him. I've gotten to know him, like I mentioned. He's a wonderful young man, just didn't follow the court's orders, and I don't think he understood the gravity of the situation. And we're just asking for a continuance, Your Honor.
anything else?
Oh, the classic courtroom tango. Defendant cries, life is hard. Defense lawyer throws in he's a wonderful young man. And the judge sits there like the only adult in the room. Again. It's amazing how suddenly everyone remembers they had a chat somewhere near the exit. Possibly, maybe, if you squint hard enough at your memory. Meanwhile, the judge is expected to magically believe that a grown man with a job title like Director of Operations couldn't Google free online AA meetings like the rest of us. And just when you think it couldn't get more sitcom-like, the defense tries to play the he didn't fully understand card, as if this is kindergarten, not court.
From the state?
No,
All right. So what he has done as a violation of his probation, he was placed on probation October 3rd, 2023. And this is his first violation, and it's drinking alcohol.
that's correct.
All right. You are not allowed to drink alcohol while you're on probation, period. Doesn't matter if you're in your house, doesn't matter that alcohol is legal. Those are the rules that the legislature set up. It is not my rule per se. It's the legislature's rule. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. Do you understand? All right. I'm going to continue him because this is his first motion to revoke and it's for drinking alcohol. I'm not removing GPS. That's going to be a punishment.
Understood.
So he's going to have GPS for 60 more days. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you do not understand?
No, ma'am.
And I want those sober support meetings, and you're gonna do sober support meetings 60 and 60 days. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you do not understand?
No, ma'am.
And for the last time, this is what I'm gonna say. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can walk into this courtroom. Do you understand?
I do. Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes, the grand finale of Common Sense Meets Courtroom Patience. The judge, clearly the only one not living in a fog of excuses, lays it out like a preschool rule chart. Don't drink on probation. Shocking, right? Not really. But here comes the moment of clarity, where the judge reminds everyone, again, that Google exists, courts have doors, and I didn't know isn't a magical spell to erase responsibilities. Instead of a medal, the defendant gets a shiny new 60-day GPS leash, because apparently house wine night wasn't part of the probation agreement. And honestly, at this point, the judge might as well start handing out instruction manuals titled How Not to Sabotage Your Second Chance.